be the beginning of the redo. Yeah, the redo on the rear end. First off, thank you for watching. I'm really animated today, can you tell? I don't know when you're watching this, but it's probably about 3 weeks after that last video that I dropped saying that I was gonna start on redoing the back of this. And much like that guy over there, she's just been kind of laying around. She's just been laying around and not a lot has happened. Matter of fact, nothing has happened. If you guys are new to the channel, first off, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I know you guys are great YouTubers. You've already taken the time to like, to subscribe, because you don't want to miss any wonderful content that's about to go down in the next couple of months. We are gonna replumb, rewire, re-grease, refix, and redo all kinds of stuff on the back end of this truck before I put the bed on and, well, we do some body and paint. Because we got some body work to straighten out. And we got some panel gapping to do. We got some cowls to change, and we got a lot of things to do on this truck, body and paint work wise. And before we do, I want to get in here, like I said last time, and handle all this stuff. So what better way to start than make a list and get after it. Returning viewers and regular subscribers may notice I cleaned up a little bit around here. I know. All you new folks are like, this is clean. But trust me, I cleaned up. I cleaned up a lot. All this stuff on this shelf, all of this is all stuff that's going down in this truck. So, like I said, stay tuned because this is all new parts and all new things. Even this little shop rear disc brake kit is going on the back of this truck. So if you're looking for a how-to video on how to put rear disc brakes on the back of your 89 and 95 Toyota Minitruck project, I got you covered. We're gonna get to that. We got a bunch of loom, a bunch of clamps, a bunch of paint, a bunch of wiring. I got a new soldering gun. We're gonna do some soldering. I got Virginia's for Lowriders turned me on to, you go watch that guy's channel. If you haven't seen his channel, Crawford does this killer stuff. He's got 50, 60, 70 episodes. He rambles less than I do. I know he says he rambles a lot. I don't think he does. I enjoy watching his content. I learn a lot, including the fact that I bought a bunch of those Deutsch connectors and crimpers, and we're gonna give it a shot because I really want to straighten out all my air management and get it loomed and get it wired and get rid of things like this and do solid wire runs. Like, look at this. Get rid of that. I want to clean all these little caterpillars up. Like, you know, we did what we could, but we can do better now. We can do better. I don't want to go over everything we discussed, but in that last video, but you know, we're gonna get after it. He's gonna get after it. The old guy's gonna get out. He's gonna help. So let's just start. Let's just pick a thing on the list and let's get into it. But yeah, shop's cleaned up a little bit. Bunch of primer products, bunch of blocks, bunch of. I've really tried to get organized. I got all my steel going on now. You got random wood that I need. Old subwoofer. These are comic books. Any comic book lovers out there? Who's your favorite superhero before the Disneyverse ruined it all? Unless you're young, then you probably like the Disneyverse, and you probably know more than me about Marvel movies now because you never grew up reading the comics. And you're an expert, and I'm not, and I'm just an old guy. This is all stuff for trucks and stuff too, and a lot of this came out of this truck. So we got it all organized. We got it cleaned up. We've got some stuff to go through. I cleaned up over here, cleaned up my wall. Got a couple of posters up. Thank you, Joey Whippy. Probably the best damn thing you could ever have happen in your hobby, your chosen lifestyle hobby thing that we do is get a memorial award. Unfinished business memorial award. This guy, that truck right there. Jeff Beckley, always looking over me. Jeff, I never met you in person, but I heard from all the guys that gave me this award, and you will forever have a space in my heart and my shop, and it's just fantastic. Again, thanks Joey to the poster. Got my homie over here like Minitruck Revival. Got some helmets all cleaned up, new batteries, got some wiring and some brake stuff organized. I even cleaned up my tools a little bit. Made sure we got situated for the redo, for the thrash that's about to happen. Got my carpet down so my knees ain't sore. By the way, you guys who commented about my tires, thanks for looking out and worrying about me on the road, but I'm not driving the truck. We're good. We're good. I mean, I might do a lap or two to get a thirst buster, get some soda pops. But otherwise, we're not driving on these. She's down. She's down. And a couple of you even went so far to send me some links to some good deals on Marketplace. So thank you. I appreciate that, Art. Enough with the chatter and the ramble. Let's tear it apart. Let's get to work. Let's get a tripod out. It's gonna be a lot of boring stuff you're probably not gonna watch. So we might do some time lapse. We might just do some before and afters. We're gonna get rid of this BS first. I'm gonna attack this right here. We're gonna get this handled. This is crap. We can do better than this. Doesn't take long to make it look worse, does it? So yeah, I've got all the zippy ties off. I've got everything blown apart. And you could see like, just why I'm up to this, right? Here's my fuel line. It's just kind of, everything kind of comes together in this messy spot. And this is, well, this is just not cool, you know? I don't like this stuff. So I'm just gonna isolate each system, eat this thing like an elephant. I mean, look at this. There's better ways to do this. There's better ways to do that. This is just my return line, but I mean, that could leak right there under the truck and cause major problems. Even the, I think this, no, this might be the vacuum one for emissions. I think this is the return. And then this is the feed. Look, we can do better than this jankily. Then we can bend it better. We can, the airline, we can get this better. And then here's the factory harness. You can just see, like, I think these are for the gas gauge. And this is for my air. I don't even know what that, I think that's a pressure switch or something. But like, I don't like all the splices. I don't like all the old tape. I just don't like all this that's been extended. I mean, remember the tank started over there and she got extended all the way back here. We've got old license plate lights that are just kind of hanging in here. These are hot. I've got another LED that's just kind of been taped in that was a temporary like license plate light. Look at these pigtails on these taillights. Like, this is a mess. If something like this was to die, like, how are you gonna do a trip to Mini-Nats and something like this die? How do you even troubleshoot this? Are you gonna tear this all apart on the side of the road, get your bed off, deal with all this? I drive my truck. I can't handle that. I need this fixed right. Look at all those zippy ties. Don't tell my wife that I'm using her scissors. I'm just kidding, those are my scissors. Flip-flops in the shop? Yeah, we're not doing anything important. I'm not welding. I'm not gonna burn my little toe hair or nothing. Don't worry about me, we're okay. It's like 80 degrees today in Arizona. It's flip-flop weather. All right, so maybe at first glance, it looks like zero progress, but I can assure you, this is 2 trips to the store. And about 2 hours later, where are we at? Well, we're here. Here's my gas line coming up. That's my feed line. All right? One more shaky shake. I think we're gonna do one more right here, but I got an airbag over there, or under there, so I'm gonna be mindful of that. But I think one more clamp in this area, and that'll keep this guy a little bit more secure. She connects up under the cab there, nice and tight, back to the factory connection. So that's one. Then we gotta do this one, and oh yeah, I guess the vent too. We gotta fix this. So let's do this one next. With the addition of that guy right there, much better. I'm not gonna move at all. It makes me happy. Maybe not the best job bending it. For the most part, I rebent the tube I had by hand. No one's ever gonna see it but me. And the important part is, she is secure. We're not building a show truck, folks. I'm building a driver. Step 1 of a very long process, but very worthwhile, begins right now. Questions that always come up after the fact that I've gotten much better at is, where did I get this stuff from? You know, like fuel lines and
clampy doos and screw caddies and
Well, some of this stuff you can find at Harbor Freight. And some of this stuff, if you order ahead of time, like following the links in my description, find on Amazon. Zip ties, kits, brake line, all that stuff over there on the shelf. Game time, it's on Prime. You know, like all my Willwood brakes. I wanted to buy stuff from Speedway, but they pretty much were just like gonna order it from wherever too. So I might as well do that myself, because if it don't fit, thank you Amazon for being a member, I can send it back. I've probably been on this, let's say 3 hours. Imagine if you had to bend all these lines and figure out how to route them and get them in there. I did an okay job. I don't think it's fantastic, but they're not shaking and rattling around. We had to improvise some clamps. Link in description for those guys. Yeah. Overall, I'll give this job a score like of 3.5 out of 10. There's room for improvement, but man, 10 out of 10 as compared to before. Somebody come put my shock back on. I swear it didn't break. It didn't break. I had to unbolt it to gain access. It's an old joke. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know what I mean. It's not broke, okay? I'll put it back on. All right, on a serious note, I don't even know if I need that vent tube, so that might be coming off. What's the fancy lines you guys use? AMP, AP, S&P? I don't freaking know. AN. I think it's AN. Comment below if you think I should have just spent the money and learned how to do AN lines. I mean, most guys I know just use hose clamps on this high pressure factory fuel system. You get my drift? I just couldn't see spending the money on stock stuff. Like, it takes nothing to make this truck turn over and run fuel pressure wise, so I think these lines are gonna last me a while. I really do. Maybe we'll learn how to do those AN lines on like a motor swap truck soon, where they're actually required for a big fuel pump. Buy some stickers, get a t-shirt, do all that good stuff. What advice can I give you for soldering? Stay away from your airlines. That's pretty important. Have some patience, which is something I currently don't have, you know, a lot of. Flux, keep your tip clean. And yeah, patience. If the solder doesn't want to melt, you're probably doing something wrong, like your tip's dirty or something like that. I don't